What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Washington Capitals Legend Fantasy Be a GM Mode Extravaganza. Before we hop into it, I kind of just want to get something off my chest and kind of just what I've been thinking about GM Mode in itself. So, I honestly, I don't really know how to say this. Like, I'm not bored with GM mode by any stretch. I could play GM mode on my own forever, but recording it, I don't feel like there's much. I don't know the word. I feel like in Vancouver, when we did the Vancouver GM and when we did the Winnipeg GM and the Detroit GM and the Anaheim GM, those are my top favorite GM modes. There was just more. I don't know the word, you know. I was so much more excited to record it, and I felt more engaged in the GM mode, and I got to thinking, and I don't think it's because of the Washington Capitals or anything that we're doing right now. I don't think that's it. But what I think it is that this whole GM mode system has been on since NHL like 14, or I think it was NHL 14 when they implemented this kind of like layout of the GM mode. And it wasn't a bad thing, but as much as I love it and as much as I really enjoy how easily everything is to access, everything's one or two button clicks away. It's really worked. It's a beautiful system. It works out great. I think it's time for change, and I'm not one for change. That's why I play on Legacy and not on the next gen. So I'm kind of thinking that, you know what, we do this GM mode, or we do a couple more years and then try out another one before NHL 17 comes out. But I don't know, I just kind of want to get it off my chest. I don't know if you guys feel the same as I do, whether it's in the more engaged aspect. I feel like it's just not there, and I don't know what it is. This GM just kind of feels weird. But that's not to say I'm not having fun with it. I am having a lot of fun. I just think that the legends were a bit too much. It was cool to try out. It was a cool idea, but it was just done wrong, in my opinion. I think I did a lot of things wrong, and in the next GM, and whenever that is, we are going to try to change that and do it differently. And in NHL 17, there's a lot of stuff with relocation and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna continue on with this, read over the comments, see what you guys have to say. And speaking of comments, a lot of you guys tell me Paul Bittner should be on the first line, so we're gonna go ahead and put him on the first line left wing. Parise is on a decline, so we're gonna throw him over there on the right wing. He's a vet. He's 35 years old, although he had 45 goals last year. He's a vet. He's aging, and we need to get him up playing with the young guns. And we got Ty Ratty, Victor Rask, and this guy is the new Valerie Nichushkin. Hopefully I'm just looking at his stats here. Holy shit, look at all the 99s. Right away I can see 99 wrist shot power, 99 skating, 99 agility, and 99 durability. That's incredible. For a player who's only 22, that's ridiculous. Hoping he has a great year. He's the new Valerie Nichushkin. He's my boy. Defensively, we're looking like this, and in the goaltending department, Julio Billa, my man, and Kulama is the guy we actually signed in free agency, and pleasantly enough, he's got up to 85 overall. He's a Finn, so that's kind of cool. Let's get the preseason underway, and we'll move on into the regular season. So that's just kind of how I'm feeling with it. That's why there hasn't been the active GM mode uploads. Like when I was doing Vancouver, I would sometimes do 2 episodes per day, or at least at the bare minimum 1 every 2 days. At the bare minimum, there'd be the odd time where I'd go 3 days without a GM mode, but 3 days was absolutely max. I don't know. I can get the vibe in the comments that you guys are kind of feeling that way as well, and I do too, and I totally understand. I don't know what a word is or a phrase or like a correct sentence to put towards it to kind of describe how I'm feeling about GM mode. I'm not bored with it. It's just this GM mode just doesn't feel as genuine, I guess, as my previous ones. I don't know if that's the right phrase or even the right word, but it's just kind of how I feel. And I think it is time for change, and I just cannot wait until NHL 17 comes out. I think it's gonna do a lot of good things for GM modes. Let's go here up against Nick Lidstrom and the New York Rangers. Let's go here first period. 1-0 Victor Rask, baby. There you go. Maybe Henderson got a point there. Period number 2. 1-1 Mason Raymond, the speedster, still in the NHL. What a guy. He ties the game up at 1. Going into the third here. Shots are pretty even. We're on the power play. Come on, guys. Capitalize on that. There you go. Matty Duchene scores in his debut, but Jordan Eberle is quick to answer right there. Okay, we got 2-2 hockey game here. 7 minutes left. This one's been back and forth. Matty Duchene, though, scores in his debut. That's exactly what I like to see. Headed into overtime here. Come on, guys. Let's end it in OT. Get the extra point, or at least win it in the shootout. Come on, you got this. Oh, we lose. Drouin scores, but Eberle and the guy we talked about when we first started this game, Nick Lidstrom, ends it in the shootout. So that was a pretty even game. Look at the shots. Very, very even. And he actually didn't have a point on that Victor Rask goal, but Duchene did get a goal in his debut, so that's always nice. You know what? That was a home and home. We got to go back on our ice, and we got to get a victory here. I'm going to slow sim this game. We gotta avenge ourselves here. Let's go. First period, 2-1. There you go. Duchene again. Attaboy. Scores in his first game and scores in his second game. And then Daniel Alfredson gets one there. 5 minutes left. Zubov with a big power play goal. Period number 2. 3-1. No freaking Niederreiter. There you go. Zach Parise. And then Alex Edler ends it off with the empty netter, making it 5-2. And we steal 2 points back from New York. That's what I like to see. So, hold on here. Who had 4 points there? Who had 4 points? Was that Duchene that had 4 points? I skipped over it, but I saw somebody had 4 points. It might have been Parise. He had a few goals there. Yeah, Parise put up 4 points. Like I said, this guy's a vet, but he knows how to produce, and he is a beast. 45 goals last year, off to a great start here in 2019. Let's continue on with the victories here, boys. There you go, 1-0. Julio Villa with a shutout, first of the year, getting it right out of the way early. We got Peter Forsberg and the Calgary Flames, another victory. Duchene still holding it together there with 2 goals. 3-0-1 up against our rivals in New Jersey. Let's not let them get their first victory of the year, and we do. They end up winning 4-0, getting the shutout on us. What do we want to scout right now? Let's go to the OHL, then we'll work our way through the dub, and then all the way into the Q, and then we'll go overseas. We'll go to Russia, and we'll go to Sweden, go see all those European countries. But let's continue on with the simulation here up against Florida. A big loss there, actually, 6-5. Lots of goals being scored. Duchene scored another one there, and he's got 3 goals. Victor Rask is tied for the league. Victor Rask is actually tied for the team lead in goals. I feel like everyone is scoring because our leading scorer only has 3 goals. Up against Winnipeg, and we lose 2-1. Ouch. All right, so 4-2-2, pretty much a 500 start here. Stamkos has 10 goals to start off the year. He's killing it. Another loss. Come on, guys. Nino Niederreiter, 4 goals there to start off the year. Parise, 7 helpers. Up against St. Louis Blues. There you go. Big victory. Malkin with 8 helpers. Julio Villa, 5 victories under his belt. I do want to slow sim the game against the Arizona Coyotes, though, because, Kovalchuk and Drouin, we got to see how those guys are going to play against their old team. I think Kovalchuk was a big problem, though. He was awful. He was so bad. I don't know what it was, man. He was just the worst legend I've ever had. He was just straight up awful. Gino's having a great start to the year. 7 goals, 8 helpers. What a beast. Let's go, Kovalchuk. Come on, let's go, buddy. First period, 0-0. Period number 2. If Ilya Kovalchuk ends up scoring here, I will be so upset. Zach Parise scored 1 there, make it 1-0. Go ahead and skip the third period, and that's all that we're going to need. Julio Villa shuts the door for another shutout. What a beast. There you go. That's how it's done. I just kind of want to get a bunch of simulation completed here, get a good stance on the year, and kind of see what team we're looking like. Obviously, I hope we're going to be a playoff team. We have the team to do it. All the superstars in the world. Malkin, Zubov, Julio Villa. We got young kids like Henderson who actually want to check out how they're doing throughout the first 15 or so games. We're 8-5-2 here. Let's get the whole month done, and then I'll do a little bit of a recap on how we're doing. And perfect, we have a home and home against the New York Islanders to end off the month. That's perfect. All right, Malkin's got 8 goals. Zubov's got 13 assists, make that 14 now. Now Duchene's got 9 goals up against his old team against Detroit. We traded him from Detroit, right? Or was it Detroit or Colorado? I think it was Colorado. It might have been Detroit. I don't remember. Oh no, it was Detroit, obviously, because Alex Galchenyuk's there. We got to slow sim this game. We got to see how Galchenyuk's going to do against his old squad. First period, 1-0. Emerson Edom, my boy on the Canucks, scores on us. Period number 2, 3-1. Nino, Zach Parise, Tyre Ratty, 5-2. Victor Rask and Malkin ended off there. See you later, Alex Galchenyuk. He actually had an assist there. Did Duchesne have a point? He did have 1 point. He actually had 2. There you go. We won that trade hands down. Because of that game, obviously, that determines the entire trade. But a lot of people were saying, yo, why did you trade Galchenyuk for Duchesne? What the hell? A lot of people were kind of upset at the Duchesne trade, but I don't think you understand that Galchenyuk needs to be a number 1 center. If anything, we downgraded and we added a little bit. I think Duchesne is going to put up more points than Galchenyuk, but I mean, that we'll have to wait till the end of the year to find that out. I have a feeling that Duchesne is going to put up some numbers, and he's leading our team in goals with 10, so I mean, he seems to be doing just fine, and I think he's going to put up more points than Alex Galchenyuk was. And if you have your second line center putting up 60 to 70 points, that's awesome. You saw Galchenyuk only graze the 50-point mark, so I'm kind of glad that we're going to get a forward that's going to put up 60 to 70, maybe even 80 points depending on how he's doing, but he looks like he's doing pretty good right now. We got Mark Messier and the New York Islanders. Let's go. First period, 0-0. Period number 2, 1-0. Victor Rask. He's having a great start to the year. Let's end it off here. Come on, guys. Hold it down. 5-2. We explode there. Lindbergh, Niederreiter, Parise gets 2. Messier gets 1. But come on, buddy. Where were you for the other 55 minutes of that hockey game? Get out of here. Parise 2 points and Gino Malkin 3 helpers. Julio Billa made 39 stops. That's what I'm talking about. I think we're gonna end it off here after this last game against the Islanders. I kind of want to get your guys' comments and get your feedback before I hop into the next episode. Let's go here, try to steal 2 more points from the Islanders. First period, 2-0. Dwight King and Matt Duchesne. Period number 2, 3-0. Henderson, baby, on the power play. That's my boy. And 4-1. Scott Stevens gets a shorthanded one, but Bittner gets the empty netter, and Julio Billa again makes 40 stops. This guy is just a beast. Duchesne with another 3-point performance, and we're going to end off the first couple months here just getting out of November 15-6-2. That's not a bad record at all. I'm feeling pretty confident right now. So where are we in the stats department? We are currently number 1. That's not so bad at all. 32 points, and New Jersey has 28. You can see the Islanders way down there in 5th. Goals, we are almost up there actually. We're definitely in the top 10 with Matt Duchesne. Assists, we are number 3, which is always nice. And points, we're not up there, but Julio Billa leading the way with 15 victories. And is he up there for goals against? He is up there for goals against and save percentage, both in the 5th spot. So a lot of people were worried about the goaltending, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Julio Billa is the man, and you can see here he's doing great. So I'm not too worried about that at all. A lot of people were doubting on him, but Julio Billa is the man. We drafted him right. We let him have some AHL time. Now he's ready, and he's killing. He's shutting up everyone pretty quickly. Evgeny Malkin, 26 points in 23 games. Sergei Zubov on the same pace. Both of them having great starts to the year. Duchesne, even then, when's the last time that Alex Galchenyuk was a point-per-game player? He never was. That's a great trade. Duchesne's playing unreal right now. Parise right behind him, 35 years old, has not missed a beat. Jonathan Drouin right there as well. Nino Henderson, there you go, 3rd line minutes, 11 points in 23 games. What a beast. That whole 3rd line's doing pretty well. Paul Bittner. Honestly, I want to play Bittner on the 3rd line and put Henderson on the 2nd. I think I am going to do that. I wanted to do that from the start. You guys are telling me to put Paul Bittner on the 2nd line, but I feel like putting Henderson on there. I'm going to go ahead and do that and move everyone over. That's going to be it for this one. Kind of a shorter episode, but I kind of want to get some stuff off my chest. That's how I'm kind of feeling. You guys can let me know in the comments, and we're going to continue on with the simulation in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.